Hello, and welcome to this tutorial. In this video we will learn how to set up a Profibus connection on a Mitsubishi A-series PLC to a crevis Profibus slave. First let's go through the hardware stuff. On the PLC we will be using the A1SJ71PB92D module. We have a mode switch on the card where we can set it to different states, but we really just need to keep it at 0 to configure it. We also have a bus termination switch if we would need that. But in my case I am using a Profibus connector with termination on it. I will connect it to the card and tighten the screws. On the crevis device we want to connect the other side of the Profibus cable. But before we do that we want to take a look at the small dip switches on the side. This is where we set which address we want for the slave. If we take a look at this picture we can see how many points each switch give. So in my case I want to set my slave address to 10. Then I need to turn on switch 2 and 4. I will now connect my Profibus connector. And here we also want to turn on the termination. In a Profibus network we can use up to 127 devices in total. We want the first and last device to have its termination switched on. This is so the communication know which is the first and last device. Since we're only using one master and one slave we keep the termination on both devices. I will make sure that I tighten the screws on this side too. In GX Developer I will create a new project with the correct CPU type. Next we want to open up PLC parameter settings. If we go to I/O assignment we want to add all modules connected to the board. The Profibus module I have on rack slot 5. We can now download these parameters to the PLC. We can then open up a new project in GX Configurator DP. Here we need to specify which module we want to configure. We can also read the modules from the PLC and specify it that way. In the next settings menu we can choose things like baud rate and polling timeout and more. The starting I/O number will be set automatically when we read the modules from the PLC, since it's placed on I/O slot 5 it will start at 050. We can also choose buffering I/O address. But it doesn't really matter on the A series PLC cause we will program the buffer address in the project. Now we can add a GSD file for the crevis device. GSD file is a general station description. It is a file that describing the device configuration and parameters. I will leave a link in the description to crevis GSD file. Now that we added the GSD file, we want to double-click the device and add the same slave address that we set on the dip switches. Then we need to add the same module version of the crevis device. We can now download all these settings to the PLC. In GX Developer we want to go to the main block and do some programming. We will begin with making the code to activate the module. Let's see what these tags do. These 4 tags we use just to make sure the module is ready to operate. Y50 is the tag to make the communication starting. M100 is the bit tag that I will use to trigger the communication from the module. Take notice that all my tags start at point 50. That's because I have my module on rack slot 5. If you would have your Profibus module on the first slot, for example, the tags would have changed its starting point. Now that we got the module communication start programmed, we need to use some code to send and read from the slave device. We will be using the from and to instructions to do that. If we take a look at the from instruction, this is the instruction that allows us to read input signals from the Profibus device. This instruction is built up of 4 data registers. The first register decide where we have added our Profibus module to. Since I put mine to rack slot number 5, I will have to type K5. The second register is where we want to buffer our reading signals in the Profibus module. This is same as we could choose in the GX Configurator software. But we do it here in the instruction instead. The third register is where we want to store the value we take from the buffer memory. We first need to see how many bits we read from the device. My crevis device have 16-bit inputs that we gonna read. In this instruction we work with nibble. This means each value is 4 bits, so to set 16 bits I need to use K4. Then after we specified the amount of bits we want to read, we need to choose a buffer area in the PLC's CPU we want to read to. I choose input number 100. This means my first reading will be buffered in X100 and go up to X10F. The fourth and last register we need to specify for how many word we want to read from the device. Since my device have 16 bits we want to read 1 word, so we type K1. The TO instruction works just same as the from instruction. Just that this one write from our PLC's buffer to the module's buffer area. So to summary this up, the from instruction read from the Profibus module buffer to the CPU's buffer. and the to instruction right from the CPU's buffer over to the Profibus module's buffer. I will now add some memory bits so we can send some values from the PLC's buffer to the Profibus device. I will now download this and test it out. I will open up 2 device batches so we can monitor the PLC's buffer area easier. When I now trigger my M100 bit, the module will start to communicate to the device. We can also see on the crevis device that once the net lamp stops to blink and have a constant flash, it have connection to the module. I will now trigger some inputs on the crevis device. We can see in the device batch that we read each input's value. I will now trigger some of my output tags. First, let's do the single bit ones. As you can see, when I trigger the memory bit, each output turn on. In the last rung I made so that we can read a data register instead of 1 bit. We can always use it to read 1 and each bit of the device. But we can also type a bigger value and read plenty of tags at same time. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.